my dear friends, my name is Megha and welcome to my channel Score Points. I am going to teach Chapter 1 of Class 12 Biology, Reproduction in Organisms. As an introduction, let's learn about what is lifespan. The period from birth to natural death of an organism represents its lifespan. That is, how many years an organism can live in this world. This is called the lifespan of an organism. For example, crow. It has a lifespan of 15 years. That means crow can live for 15 years. Some examples are given on the board and you can learn from it. Moving on to the main concept about what is reproduction. Reproduction is defined as the biological process in which an organism gives rise to young offspring which is similar to itself. So offspring here means it is a child. Child is a product of reproduction. And there is a cycle of birth, growth and death. The offspring will grow, mature and in turn can produce new offspring. Then the reproduction is essential because it enables the continuity of species generation after generation. There are two types of reproduction based on whether there is a participation of one organism or two in the process of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction, the other one is sexual reproduction. When offspring is produced by a single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation, the reproduction is asexual. When the parent of opposite sex participate in the reproductive process and also involve the fusion of male and female gamete, it is called as sexual reproduction. Why is reproduction essential? It is essential for the continuity of species. Now let's learn about asexual reproduction in detail. When offspring is produced by a single parent with or without the involvement of gamete formation, the reproduction is asexual. That is, a single individual or a single parent is capable of producing offspring. And the important term here is clone. Clone is defined as the morphological and genetically similar individual. Clone is the offspring which is produced as a result of asexual reproduction. There are no variations in asexual reproduction. Clone is the exact copy and also the product of asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is common among single cellular or unicellular organisms and in plants and animals which have relatively simple organization. That is planaria, etc. Planaria shows regeneration. In protists and monarchs, the organism or the parent cell divides into two to give rise to new individual. Thus, in these organisms, cell division itself is a mode of reproduction. Examples for asexual reproduction. In that, we have to learn about the cell division in unicellular organism. You have two examples in the textbook. One is budding in yeast and the other one is binary fission in amoeba. You can see the diagram on the board. In each cell, the division is unequal and small buds are produced that remain attached initially to the parent cell, which eventually get separated and mature into new yeast cell. That means the bud will develop on the parent body and this bud will grow, matures and detaches from the parent. Now this bud is capable of growing into new parent. Next you can see the diagram of binary fission in amoeba. So you can see the structure of amoeba. And the nucleus divides. This is the first step. Nucleus will undergo division. Later the cytoplasm expands and it divides into two daughter cells. So the first step is the division of nucleus into two. Then the cytoplasm will expand and divide into two daughter cells. Now we have got two daughter cells as a result of binary fission in amoeba. We have learned binary fission in amoeba. Actually the fission is divided into two types, binary fission and multiple fission. Fission is the division of the parent body into two or more daughter individuals identical to the parent. And fission can be classified as binary fission and multiple fission. Binary fission is the division of the parent body into two small daughter individuals. We have seen the example in amoeba. Multiple fission is the division of parent body into many daughter individuals simultaneously. So amoeba can exhibit binary fission as well as multiple fission. We'll learn about them in detail in the next session, that is encystation and sporulation. Under unfavorable condition, the amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia. So you know that pseudopodia is a structure which helps in capturing of food. It helps amoeba to engulf the food. Under the unfavorable condition, the amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia and it will secrete a three-layered hard covering or a cyst around itself. This phenomenon is termed as encystation. And now the encysted amoeba, under the favorable condition, it will divide by multiple fission and it will produce many minute amoeba or pseudopodiospores. the cyst wall will burst out and the spores are liberated into the surrounding medium, and there it will grow into many small amoebas. This phenomenon is termed as sporulation. Now you can see the asexual reproductive structures on the board. The asexual reproductive structure of Chlamydomonas is zoospores. Of Penicillium it is conidia. For Hydra there are buds and gemmules in sponges. These are the asexual reproductive structures that you have to learn, and you can see them on the board. Another mode of asexual reproduction that you have to learn is fragmentation and regeneration. In some organism, if the body breaks into distinct pieces or the fragments, each fragment grows into an adult capable of producing offspring. For example, Hydra. This is an important mode of asexual reproduction called as fragmentation. Next is regeneration. If an individual organism cut into any number of pieces, each piece is capable of producing new individual. Example, Planaria. Planaria is having high regenerative capacity. If the body of Planaria is cut into any number of pieces, each piece is capable of producing new individual. Now we'll learn about vegetative propagation. Don't get confused with the term asexual reproduction and vegetative propagation. In animals, we use the term asexual reproduction. In plants, the term vegetative reproduction or vegetative propagation is frequently used. In plants, there are several units like runner, rhizome, sucker, tuber, offset, bulb, which are capable of giving rise to new offspring. These structures are called vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules helps in vegetative propagation. Some of the structures of vegetative propagules in angiosperms are given on the board. Next, we'll learn about the important vegetative propagules. Vegetative propagules are the structures that helps in vegetative propagation. A runner is one of an example for vegetative propagule. It's a creeping subaerial stem. It helps in propagating grass, mint. Sucker is another example. It is a subaerial stem modification. It helps in propagating herbs and grasses. Tuber, it's a swollen end of an underground stem, example potato. From the eye of the potato, a new plant arises. Rhizome is another vegetative propagule. It's a horizontal growing underground stem. Example, ginger and banana propagate with the help of rhizome. Offset, it's a creeper with short and thick internode. And Eichhornia or the water hyacinth propagate by using offset. Vegetative propagation by leaves. Adventitious buds present at the margin of leaves of Bryophyllum helps in propagation. Adventitious buds arises from the notches present at the margin of leaves of Bryophyllum. When these buds fall onto the damp soil, it helps in propagating by producing roots. This ability is fully exploited by gardeners and farmers for commercial propagation of such plants. The aquatic plant water hyacinth or Eichhornia is considered as terror of Bengal. This is one of the invasive weed found growing wherever there is standing water. It drains oxygen or depletes oxygen from water, and these lead to the death of fishes. This plant was introduced in India because of the beautiful flowers in shape of leaf. It can propagate vegetatively at high rate, and then it will spread all over the water body in a very short period of time. It is very difficult to get rid of them. Therefore, it is called as terror of Bengal. Now you can see the plot for the above session about asexual reproduction. This is the end of part A, sexual reproduction, and part B, sexual reproduction. I'll be uploading it soon. So thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe.